Hey everybody, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel and yet another round of Sentinels of the Multiverse. Doing battle with OblivAeon. We're whittling him down ever so slowly. We'll see if we can pick that up. I guess we need more rewards. But sometimes they're so hard to get. Alright, we'll just get into it with OblivAeon, who gets to go first, of course. Start of turn, we do not have 12 devastation tokens. Good. OblivAeon moves the countdown down to 3. I'm going to play his card. Yeah. Heir to Nothingness. Well, first let's see the flavor text. Oh, the scholar says, I can't tell you that it's going to be okay, Joseph, but I can help you make it so. Thank you. So we're going to add 1 devastation token to the Inevitable Destruction card. That puts us up to 10. 2 more, and we're going to lose part of the multiverse. Then destroy the non-villain target with the lowest HP. If no targets are destroyed this way, move OblivAeon to the other battle zone. Okay, it's not actually going to be one of our heroes, as our heroes are at 23 and 22. So instead, the target with the lowest HP in our zone is this Aeon Thrall. So it is going to go away. Unfortunately, if OblivAeon destroys this card, each other villain target is going to regain 2 HP. So we'll just move these 2 over to Sanction. It is now back up to 35. Yeah, that's going to go away. And that was it for... Yeah, that was it for that card. So we can just stay here to start the end of OblivAeon's turn, where he does 3 energy damage to everything. It's actually going to be 4 for Sanction, because of the Nemesis effect. And I'm going to do 3 to the stunt double. Got to remember what he does, because I'm going to take some damage. The first time any hero target would be dealt damage by a villain target each turn, you may direct that damage to this card. But we really don't want the stunt double to go down, because everybody, just ignore that, stuff's happening that I should have anticipated. Yeah, we'll all have to discard 2 cards. And I don't want to discard cards. Well, let's move to our heroes and see what damage might happen. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance and not reroute the damage for now. Both our heroes in this area are still fairly high. So we're gonna let the Idealist take 3 damage, leaving her at 19. And Omnitron as well. This is energy damage, right? Yes, energy, so his ablative coating doesn't help. However, at least it means we don't have to put any destruction tokens on, or devastation tokens on the destruction card, because that would get us up to 12, and next turn we'd be in trouble. We might still be in trouble anyway, but we'll just have to see. Alright, that concludes OblivAeon's go. Now I just got to decide what to do with the various heroes. Alright, first up, the Idealist. I'm going to leave her where she is, in Zone 2. Then for her special, we are actually going to use one of the stuntman's incapacitated abilities. One player may play a card, and she's going to play it. Going to play her Karate Robot. Ongoing concept. So we can see what these cards are now. It will give her a power, destroy all cards under this card. And it looks like we can load fragments under there. The Idealist deals 1 target X melee damage and X psychic damage, where X is the number of cards destroyed this way, +1. So there's the Karate Robot she makes, and our flavor text is from Teammate Writhe. Must you make sound effects every time it hits something? Is that a necessary part of the process? So we can imagine she's just going pew pew pew, and just annoying the heck out of Writhe, who's kind of a dark individual. Okay, so we're going to put that into play. Now, her turn proper. Going to start her turn. Then she is going to play a card. Sound Beating. 1-shot fragment. We're going to deal 1 target 3 sonic damage, and then put this under a concept in play. So we'll be able to start loading up the Karate Robot. And yes, you can see her doing her best John Cusack impression there, with a quote from Mainstay, another member of the Sentinels, who's one of her... Mainstay and Dr. Medico are basically her 2 dads. That movie came out over a decade before you existed. I'm so proud. So, I'm quite enjoying the flavor text on the Idealist's cards. Oh, we're going to do 3 sonic damage to OblivAeon. Oops, oh, that should have been a 1. There we are, knocking him down a teensy bit more. God, I hope we can get there. Alright, now we'll go wrap up. Well, no, Idealist still has to use a power. Okay, so this card goes under the Karate Robot. Then, for her power, she could either use that card to do a smidge more damage, or, Wild Imagination, draw a card. You may put a fragment from your hand under a concept in play, so we could keep loading it up. I suppose it depends what we draw. Okay, let's give it a go. We're going to... Actually, no, if we keep doing one at a time, it's +1. So if we get +1 for each time, yeah, alright, we're going to do that. We're going to destroy all cards under here and do 2 and 2 damage. 2 melee and 2 psychic. Once more. To the big guys. We're going to do 4 damage total. And then add 21 from that. So there we are. We're almost down to 100. Yeah, that will conclude the Idealist's turn as soon as we draw her another card. Bright idea. 1-shot fragment. Okay. So now we will move on to Omnitron X. Okay, I'm actually going to move Omnitron X over to the Battle Zone 1 so that we have even amounts of Scions and heroes everywhere. Then for the start, the special, going to actually gonna shuffle the mission deck. Not wild about this one. Citizen Storm looks like Tempest gone bad in another universe. It's not so much the damage that it does. We have to destroy him. He becomes a villain target with 12 HP. At the end of your turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 lightning damage. Then it destroys one hero ongoing card. That's the part I really don't like. So I don't really want to deal with that one, at least the way things are. So I'm going to turn upside down, give it a shuffle. And instead, what do we have? At the end of your turn, if there are more hero targets than non-hero targets in this battle zone, flip this card. Well, we'll think about that. But as he can't pick it up now anyway, that's a special action. We're going to go into his actual play. So, I think maybe we're going to take a chance and hope he doesn't get too much damage to get rid of this before it can be used next turn. The Focused Plasma Cannon. Equipment component. At the start of your turn, Omnitron X may deal one target 2 irreducible fire damage. If he's dealt 5 or more damage in one turn, we'll have to destroy the card. It's the same as the Gaussian Coil Blaster. It's a quote from Omnitron X himself. Superheated plasma has many industrial applications. This is not one of them. So that's going to go into play there. So that's his card. Now we're going to use, a power. He is going to, he could destroy some stuff, but I don't know if we really want to. Now let's save this for when the scions are a little bit lower in this area, because they're pretty close. We've got one at 10 and one at 11, so we might be able to take them out next turn if we still have that card in play and we knock him down a bit. So instead we're going to use the time shift. Reveal the top card of a deck, put it into play or into the trash. So we can do his own or Tachyon. I'm going to try Tachyon, because if it's something that you can't use anyway, it might be a burst, which is good to have in her trash. Yes, not something that we're not actually able to play it, because there are no targets with 2 HP or fewer, which she'd be able to just destroy with her Sucker Punch. Thought you had me, didn't you? So that'll just go into her discard pile instead. We draw a card. It's another Plasma Cannon. Then at the end of turn, you may draw a card. We're going to do that. Get another Gaussian Coil Blaster. And we can use another power, but yeah, we're not going to use that. So, we didn't get much done. Oh, except duh. I forgot to do this at the start, didn't I? The Gaussian Coil Blaster. Can do 3 targets, 1 lightning damage. Let's go over to all of our targets. We do have a total of 3 possible targets. So, we're just going to do 1 lightning to all of them. So, Hyperion will take 1. We'll do him last because he's going to do 1 damage to everything afterwards as well. So we'll start with Faultless. This is an odd amount of damage. We do not need to reduce it, which is good because otherwise it would be 0. So Faultless is down to 9. The giant mutated specimen, the giant cockroach, will go down to 4. And then, yes, Hyperion. The first time this card is dealt damage each turn, it deals each target 1 energy damage. So that'll hurt us, but it's also going to hurt them. We didn't have to hit them, but it's going to do extra damage to everything. So Tachyon will take 1, leaving her at 7. The giant cockroach will take 1. Faultless will take another 1. Down here, Omnitron will take another 1. projectile melee toxic. Yes. Blade of Coating doesn't help. And then 1-2 himself as well. So that's going to leave him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So that all should have actually happened at the beginning of the turn, because I forgot about the Gaussian Coil. Coil Blaster. Then Omnitron did everything else. Exactly the same way. Yeah, no difference. Nothing was down to 7 or fewer HP, so we still wouldn't have used the Bloodsworn Exhibition. Okay, that wraps up Omnitron X's turn. Now on to Tachyon. Tachyon is staying put, so we balance with Scions. For her special action, we are actually going to use Writhe's Incapacitated Destroy an ongoing card and get rid of the impending doom before it clobbers us for 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 damage. So that goes away. I was thinking possibly of having like her Synaptic Interruption in play and having her just reroute that to something like one of the Scions, but let's not take any chances. Let's just get rid of this thing. That goes into trash. Then we are going to play cards. Well, I'm going to play a card. Let us do the... Yeah, let's do the Hypersonic Assault. One shot. Tachyon deals each non-hero target 1 sonic damage, and targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of your next turn, so those Scions will not be able to hurt us during the villain phase, and neither will the giant cockroach. Flavor text. Tachyon says, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down. Just, she wants to make sure things stay down. So we are going to do 1 damage each to Faultless, Empyreon, and the giant cockroach. 1 each from them. And they can't hurt us until the start of Tachyon's next turn. Huzzah. Okay, so now we will use a power. We might as well use the Infinity Cannon and do a nice chunk of damage. So first of all, we do get to draw a card. We have Research Grant. Meh. Yeah, deal 1 target 5 energy damage. Over to the villains. And just before we do that, just to make sure we don't forget, you cannot deal damage, you cannot deal damage, and you cannot deal damage. There we go. So we're going to do 5, and we're going to do it to Empyreon because he is marginally higher. Yeah, if we can get Faultless down a tiny bit, we might be able to use the Bloodsworn Exhibition next turn. Assuming something doesn't take them out beforehand, because they're actually pretty low. Yay. Yeah, that is her power. So she is going to draw another card at the end of her turn. Fleet of Foot, another good one. Dude, you're not my nemesis. And that concludes her turn. Now, well, right here in Zone 1. First, the environment, Time Cataclysm. Yes, well, no, the cockroaches end a turn, so it doesn't matter. So we are going to play a card. It is Marsquake. An anomaly. At the end of the environment turn, deal each target 2 melee damage. Yeah. At the start of the environment turn, destroy 1 villain ongoing card. Oh, we could have left that thing there. 1 hero ongoing card, and 1 environment card. And looks like we got Tachyon and Ambuscade stuck in the Marsquake. Take my hand, Tachyon shouted as the walkway shuddered. The hunter backed away warily while keeping an eye on the hero. No, merci, was his only reply. Oh, don't be like that. Let the hero save you. Okay, well, we're at the end of the environment turn. So each target is going to take 2 melee damage. That will actually destroy the cockroach. It's actually going to do 1 defaultless because that's an even amount and it's reduced by 1. But we will do 2 to Empyreon, who will not do his scattered damage because he can't. And our heroes, yeah, that'll be 2 against, oh wait, what was it? It was 2 melee damage, which means that does not actually hurt Tachyon because of his ablative coating. Unfortunately, oh, it does not hurt Omnitron because of the ablative coating. It does, however, hurt Tachyon, leaving her at 5. Ugh. Well, we're stuck with it. That is it for the environment. Now we'll move on to our villains. At the start of the turn, right, we are even heroes and scions, so no devastation tokens. Unfortunately, even though Faultless can't do any damage, this will still take effect. At the start of the villain turn, each hero target deals itself 1 psychic damage. So Omnitron cannot block that, so that puts him down to 15, 18. And Tachyon is now stuck at 4. Ugh. No start of turn effect for Empyreon. And now we play a Scion card. Terrible Burden. 1 shot. Right, oh yes, I think we've seen this one. Yeah, it's a quote from Bor the Unstable. Move OblivAeon to this battle zone. Okay, there he is. He's now in battle zone 1. Put the bottom card of the Scion reserve into this battle zone. That Scion deals each hero target 1 projectile and 1 fire damage. Oh, great, more Scions. Well, that's not good because this one can still do damage to us. We got Dark Mind, who I believe is kind of partly a manifestation of the Visionary's evil side. Villain Scion, Unhinged Void Form. Unhinged. Got a whole lot of Nemesis icons, including, right, the OblivAeon one. So, she's going to get that. Yeah, the other 3 are part of the Dark Watch, which is what she's into, so it's personal for them. She's going to start with 26. At the start of this villain turn, which we don't have to do anyway, if there are H or more cards under this card, flip this card. What does that mean? Whenever a hero ongoing card is revealed or destroyed, put it under this card. Ooh. When this card is destroyed, put any cards under the card into play, in their play areas, then remove this card from the game. At the end of this villain turn, reveal the top 3 cards of 1 hero deck. Oh, I see. Discard any non-ongoing revealed cards. Deals the hero target with the highest HP 4 psychic damage for each card discarded this way. Ouch. Okay, we might lose somebody this turn. Right, before anything else happens, right, when we put her into play, it's going to deal each hero target 1 projectile and 1 fire damage. That's going to take Tachyon down to 2. And it'll knock Omnitron down by 1 because he can defend against his projectile, the projectile damage, but he does take the fire. Oof. Okay. That's the Scion card. Now it's time to do end of turn effects. Faultless would deal each hero target in the play. Yeah, it would do damage. It can't. Empyrean. Yes, select a player with an active hero. They may discard a card or destroy one of their non-character cards. If they do neither, we will choose to do neither, because he then tries to do damage to us, which doesn't work because of the Hypersonic Assault. However, Dark Mind does kick in. Reveal the top 3 cards of one hero deck. Discard any non-ongoing revealed cards. Okay. Word. Oh. Psychic damage. So that could be as much as 12. Okay, we're going to try Omnitron because he's got a lot more HP than Tachyon. So here's the top 3 cards of his deck. Yeah, he's going to take 12, isn't he? 4 times 3. Yeah. So he's going to take 12, and it's psychic, so he can't mitigate that with anything. Oh wait, doing that, well, I've already revealed the cards. That was dumb. I should have just let Tachyon die, because having taken all that damage means, yes, these 2 cards go away. I didn't think that through properly, but stuck with it. Yeah, that... Yes, that is it for the first battle zone. That went very poorly. Now we need to go over to Battle Zone 2 and see what horrible things happen to the Idealist. Okay, Champion Studios. Nothing happens at the beginning. We play a card. Oh, it's another stunt double. I did shuffle. But yeah, all the other cards have been very random. So we are going to give it 8. Of course, he's a much healthier stunt double, so we may be able to... Yeah, we can spread the damage to them instead. So, no end of turn effects. That is it for the environment. Now on to Sanction, who does not have a start effect. We will play another Scion deck. Erase from Time. And bad things are happening to the Argent Adept, who says, "Unhand me, vile fiend, do not beg the void to find itself within you." One shot. The Scion with the lowest HP, yep, that one, deals the hero character card with the lowest HP 3 infernal damage. Then, if that hero is not incapacitated, each player discards 1 card. Gonna have to discard something because, well, she wouldn't be incapacitated anyway, but yes, we are going to take advantage of the very healthy stunt double. And the first time any hero target would be dealt damage by, it doesn't target each turn. Redirect the damage here, so that will be 3 against that one, leaving that stunt double at 5. Yeah, nobody was incapacitated, so we have to discard a card. I'm really not sure. They all look like fairly good. But as I haven't played the Idealist before, I'm not certain. I don't actually have much in my trash right now. Put the top card of your deck under that concept. Yeah, I don't have a concept to draw from the trash. Okay, we'll get rid of the Bright Idea. And hold on to the other two cards. Don't know if that's a good play or not. Now, at the end of the villain turn, discard the top card of the Scion deck. Boop. That goes away. I guess with 1, 2, 3, only 4 more of these until Sanction flips. And we see what horrible things await us. Then this card regains 3 HP. And deals the hero target with the lowest HP 3 energy damage. We can't reroute that because it's only the first time a villain hits us each turn. So the Idealist is going to lose 3 HP, leaving her at 16. And that concludes the round. Well, that was especially a bit of a mixed bag. We did some good stuff. We stopped some villains from being able to do damage for much of the next round. Well, for the end of this round and the beginning of the next. But we got another Scion in play. That's terrible. Stupid Scions. And because of the way I arranged the deck, randomizing it as much as I could, they're going to keep getting harder because we started with the nice easy ones, which is still pretty hard. So hopefully we can get a little bit more done next time. We've got OblivAeon down to 123 HP. I think the timer is going to run down before we can take him out, so I may just have to concentrate on the Scions instead. Looking at it, because yes, when it reaches 0, will he in fact? Yeah, we will go on to the next page when it goes down to 0, which will be in 1, 2, 3 turns, possibly less if we get a nasty card. So, well, we'll think about it. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. I appreciate it. And we will see you next time for yet another round of Sentinels of the Multiverse. So long.